Good morning, girls. I hope all of you are well. Today I will do the nature of educational psychology. Now, all of you know what is psychology now and how psychology is related to education, and that is why we have a subject, a branch of psychology, in fact, which is known as educational psychology. It is psychology which is related only to the field of education, and therefore the most simple definition of educational psychology is that it is a science which uses the principles of psychology in the field of education. Therefore, B.F. Skinner has rightly defined educational psychology as the science of teaching and learning. Again, E.A. Peel has defined educational psychology as the science of education. But the most important definition, girls, you have to remember, is that given by C.H. Judd. He defines educational psychology elaborately. According to him, it is the science that defines and explains changes that take place in individuals as they pass through different stages of development from infancy to maturity. It deals with the conditions that promote and retard development, and as a result, it formulates certain principles which should be taken into consideration when organizing educational institutions. Girls, you have to remember that this is a branch of psychology which deals only with the field of education, and therefore it deals with human beings who are in the field of education, that is students, teachers and administrators. Therefore, the nature of educational psychology can be said to be that it is a psychology which is related to the field of education. It is a positive science which is used in a normative science because education is a normative science. Hence, it is both a positive and a normative science. Now, it is an applied field and it is experimental in nature also. Moreover, all experiments of educational psychology have been done in the classroom, and therefore you have a whole body of facts related to educational psychology. It is also an independent science because today it has so much subject matter related to the field of education that it can stand on its own. Moreover, this educational psychology has its own body of facts and also investigations. Now, therefore, it is known as an independent science. Now, often a question is asked, is educational psychology an independent science? Now, you have to give at least 3 or 4 reasons as to why educational psychology is an independent science. Now, first of all, you can point out that educational psychology is an independent science because it has its own data, date and subject matter. It has its own experiments also done in the classroom. It has its own field of investigation. It has its own field of specialization also. Again, all subject matter related to educational psychology is related to the researches done in the field of education and the challenges in the field of education. For example, mobile learning today is a challenge in the field of education. Some regard mobiles as bad for young people, but now for e-learning, mobiles are being used frequently, and therefore mobiles have an advantageous position today for 2 years. Now, moreover, we find that educational psychology has its own field of specialization. It deals with those problems, those challenges that are there in the field of education, those problems which are found in the field of education. For example, an inattentive child in the classroom will be taken as a challenge in the field of educational psychology, and educational psychologists will try to find out the reasons as to why the child is so inattentive in the class. Probably it may be due to some family problems, or it may be that the child is intelligent but the child is an underachiever, the child is not encouraged to learn at home, or the child is not interested in the subject which he or she is learning. So educational psychology, girls, is that psychology which studies the field of education and tries to modify the field of education in such a way that it will be acceptable to all. I hope you understand, girls, the meaning of educational psychology now. Thank you. This is all for today. Now next day I will give you my notes on educational psychology.